It does a bunch of damage, and it actually sets up for Ice Path because of the little mini stun, which is really cool. Aghanim Scepter, big damage. I'm really excited to see Ice play this here, and he has a great lane matchup. I mean, any lane he goes into would be good in this game.
I mean, there was a time where, I mean, I wouldn't say it was spammed, but I mean, Digital Chaos, the great Digital Chaos.
The great, yes, of course, we all remember.
The Jakiro mid was a thing for a little bit. What makes him, I should say them, right? And what makes them a good hero in the offlane particularly, or does it really matter?
I think they just make sense for the offlane. Lane domination, pressure, as we can see, Ice is already applying that with his little fire breath. You take towers, you stun, you're tanky, you do all the things you want an offlaner to do in the current patch.
All right, fair enough. Bottom lane, we're gonna see the reflection go off as Nisha is kind of stuck in the trees. Nice pressure here from Team Tickles, but they are technically tri-laning right now. Do you expect Secret to bring a third wheel here as well? Or will Tickles just dissipate this tri-lane?
I don't know if they have to. Usually when Tickles does this, they will rotate their support out eventually. So you know that Tickles is going to be doing some sort of like lane swapping around. And so yeah, you can go for it. Maybe you get like a early level 2 on the Spear Breaker and then charge in. That seems like probably a better option here. Man, I feel like Team Tickles tri-lanes, they do aggro tri more than they just do regular dual lanes at this point. Like every game we see them, they're doing this. Well,
seems to be working. They're tied for first pretty much right now.
Yep.
And I mean, would you say, I mean, this I guess goes without saying, but I guess I should ask you since you are the analyst here.
Of course, yes, naturally.
Have they been the biggest surprise for the EU, for any DPC, really?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think people anticipated that they would be decent, but I mean, they look like the best team in this. Especially after the series today, like Tickles has looked really dominant, and Liquid looked slightly shaky, or perhaps it was Alliance looking a lot stronger today. But like, Tickles has not been touched in a long time. That's the phrasing on that was not so good.
Yeah, the phrasing. I shouldn't have phrased team name as being Tickles. Maybe not the best.
I should have thought about that one, but yeah, it's been they've been looking very competitive.
Normally, you do think before you speak. That's how it typically goes for human beings.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Try that out sometime.
Yeah, as an ape, it's just different for me.
Well, I didn't want to say anything. As YapzOr making his transition to the bot lane, so he's going to meet up potentially with Puppey. Nisha will not continue with the charge, though, as we see a static link onto Nisha.
Yeah, lane's in a bad place for a charge. Great place for a Razor to steal some damage and just like auto deny everything.
Stupendous.
How do you say Razor's name, by the way?
Razor.
Okay, great. Tofu getting charged at, and there's a metamorphosis from Nisha. Bash on the Tofu as well, but the living armor gonna keep him nice and safe. Do you say Diraccio, Jenkins? Is that like a super American way to say it?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's no way that's right. There's no way that's right. It's fun to say, though.
I don't know.
Oh, that's even worse.
He's a good...
That's like a Canadian with brain damage pronunciation right there.
You're not far off. He's a good player. That's all I know. This guy's shaking up the meta.
You know, before this cast, I was like, you know, for once, I'm going to be nice to Jenkins. We're going to be nice to each other. I just can't help it. What is it with you? This brings out the worst in me.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to be nice to you the rest of the cast, okay?
I see. You're a piece of shit.
Diraccio looks like he might get the first kill here onto Puppey. Will do so. Absolutely no problem. And YapzOr getting chased out as well. So this aggro tri-lane has been working out quite well. I mean, look at the CS for Terribly. 8-3 for Nisha right now. That is rough.
Yeah, not going so well. And Ace is actually doing fine up here. Maybe a lot of that is the living armor spam coming out on him. Maybe a lot of that is just that he's dying in order to get the last hits.
And Nisha getting very low again. As Ace getting chased in the top lane. Ice connected with Puppey. Looks like they'll find a kill here. So off lane going relatively well. 20-6 CS for Ice. And for Ace himself, 19-7. So I guess it's a bit of a wash, but at the same time, like you said, Jakiro, the type of hero that's just going to be pushing these lanes constantly.
Yeah, Ace.
And the one lane we haven't really discussed.
And that's why we haven't talked about mid. Nothing was really happening there.
A lot happens mid. CS is very important. As we're going to see Puppey use his ult to get SumaiL into good position to try to take out Dyrachyo as Boom comes in. A nice dodge on the tornado. Looks like Dyrachyo is going to take a tumble here. As Puppey 2 more seconds might bring back SumaiL. He will do so. Ends up being a 1-for-1. Ice was playing for, I think it was Team Tinker. And he purchased drums on a Naga Siren. In a 60-minute game, he ended up selling it later and literally never used 1 drum charge the whole game. His top lane, SumaiL, brought in by Puppey. They're looking for Seller. You can see that this is the Orchid reveal, I do believe. So that's going to be a freebie.
They just...
Not sure what that was for, but maybe expecting another hero from Secret in the vicinity, but it was not to be this time around. And Team TICKLES able to secure themselves a tier 1 tower, and it looks like potentially Puppey as well. Double kill for Boom as SumaiL jumps in. You see the buyback on Ice Dyrachyo, popping that newly picked up BKB. Treant Protector is going to be the sacrifice at the very least, but YapzOr gets a triple bash charge into the Nether Strike. Note they don't have vision on Dyrachyo now. He's continually getting bashed over and over thanks to that cold snap, so down goes YapzOr. And the rest of Team TICKLES looks like they want to continue to fight, but that's a lot of damage from SumaiL. He's able to pick up 1, but there's the overgrowth to follow. This could be a dieback onto SumaiL now. He does find Dyrachyo at the very least, and he zips away to safety. Just enough mana to get away for now. Oh, but there's the cold snap with the tornado and the sunstrike. So SumaiL dieback for Secret, as Team TICKLES have lost a couple members here, but they're going to be still relative.
SumaiL goes in, gets ulted by the Treant Protector.
Oh. Well, there's in live action game. We have 3 heroes from Team Secret inside the Static Storm, but it's not going to last long enough, so Ace can get bashed into oblivion. Tofu not able to get away thanks to that pig pull, so that's going to be 2 quick kills for Secret. And we saw in the last one. Nisha getting glimpsed. Doesn't want to pop that BKB. You can see Io coming in as well. Ace pops his ult. Nisha has to get the BKB off. There's the overgrowth to hold him in place. You can see the TPs from the rest of Secret are here. The Sunder onto the Treant Protector as SumaiL finishes him off in style. He's showing off that newly picked up BKB for himself, but he's running out of mana very swiftly here. It's Dyrachyo. He's basically out of mana as well. Just has to run away. Ice Path not going to quite connect. SumaiL, that's the Aegis. Team TICKLES regrouping. It's still a 5 versus 4 in favor of Secret. Static Storm and Kinetic Field combination onto 2 heroes. As Dyrachyo is just going to right-click the Storm Spirit down to Oblivion. And Nisha, with that Spirit Vessel applied, trying to right-click Dyrachyo in the meantime. Not able to...
They've got the Night Storm roll.
Ace going to pop that ult, the cold snap, but Nisha's going to manta it off immediately, but there's the deafening blast. He's stuck inside the kinetic field. Will he be able to get a sunder off? No, nice timing on the Ace BKB, but he ends up sundering Celery instead. It's a little bit of a mistake there from the Treant Protector as Boom getting chased from SumaiL. So the first to die is the Invoker. Flies back into the game, but this fight is basically over for Team TICKLES already. Now the chase is onto Ace. He's going to get bashed up. Puppey in the vicinity. He's going to take YapzOr back with him. Not sure if that was intended. But it looks like the Night Stalker will... Yeah, I mean, with the last couple of fights going disastrously for Team TICKLES, as you can see the pick off here from SumaiL. Finds a nice easy one onto Tofu. But the last few fights have kind of snowballed this in Secret's favor by a long shot. I mean, 14k network.
You know, SumaiL's got a bottled illusion rune. Like, there's all of these things to counter the TICKLES timings, and it's items. So I think you need the disruptor eggs, and that's when you can possibly turn the game. But there's a lot of pressure on Tofu to probably hit both SumaiL and Nisha with the ult. Will he die? He will. He's gone down.
Told you a storm was coming.
He will die. It feels kind of gimmicky. Just the hero in a pro game. You know what I mean?
Definitely gimmicky. I mean, I feel like the problem, though, is that half of Dota heroes are gimmicky.
Top tower is under attack.
When you can get a kill that easily on a core hero for the enemy team, that is not good news for Team TICKLES.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, well, people would, you know, obviously better at that point. But we'll see what he goes.
Roche is going down pretty low. This is the refresher shard in here. Ace is going to pop that ult. They've scanned already, so they know they're in the vicinity. Boom! The huge deafening blast as Nisha's able to snag the Aegis and Roshan himself as Dyrachyo pops that refresher, so you got to be careful with his Eye of the Storm doing so much damage to Nisha. That's just going to be the Aegis. So SumaiL jumps in, focusing on Boom for now. He's going to have to focus on somebody else as Boom is actually just going to drop his own accord thanks to the Orchid burn. And Secret winning this fight handily. Dyrachyo, in the meantime, attempting to TP out. Thanks to the Lincolns, he will be able to just finish this game. They might just go for tier 4s, and they're going to do exactly that. One buyback available. It's on the Disruptor. Going to jump Dyrachyo for now. There's the macro fire in addition to the right clicks from Nisha are just way too much to handle. Buyback another Razor now. And this is going to be at the very least a tier 4, if not more. This might be GG, in fact. The Celery getting jumped in the meantime. He's orchid it up. Has the Lotus, but doesn't use it. Maybe wants to wait for the buyback here. It's now a 5v3 in favor of Team Secret. SumaiL just trying to buy as much time for Nisha to be able to just right-click that Ancient. And they're just going to right-click down the Razor instead. And this is looking way over. Team Secret win game 1. What an exciting game, though. Really well played from both sides. I mean, Team Tickles, they went down early, but
because that's what people were expecting. That's what people